Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to this another video on Oracle Apex, and today we will be discussing Oracle Apex 22.2 new features. Let's have a quick look on new features. I hope you will enjoy the video. So here is I have created one application, small application to demonstrate different features available in this 22.2. So the first region is dynamic contents, where you can define your dynamic contents and you can let's say for example I have just showing you the refresh. So it will only refresh this region, and I will show you the code as well. It is PL/SQL based, and at the end I have used these random functions. Another thing is, you have maybe noticed it that I have refreshed the button but nothing happened because these even random numbers were not updated. So let's say for example if I click refresh, see still it is waiting. So this is where I will show you debouncing and throttle function, right? Why we need, let's say for example we have dynamic contents. So let's say for example even I mean it's a web application, a web service. It is accessing some other server, and you are maybe paying on number of clicks as well. So if you will just keep refreshing and it will keep connecting over there, it is just extra I mean cost or wastage, or and even your page is getting refreshed with every clicks or whatever. So then you have now timer based refreshing or execution, right? So let me show you. I will quick edit and I will go to this region. First I want to show you the dynamic content. So here this is the type dynamic content. Now you can have this, which was not there before, and the language I have selected over here PL/SQL, and this is how I have this contents of this page, right? So at the end I have just added this, if you see here, just to show you there is something happening, random function, right? So I'm getting random values over there. Secondly, the delay was happening. It is now here, if you see here, dynamic content, and this is my refresh. If you see here refresh, dynamic content is my region, okay, and execution is the validations. Sorry, this is my button, refresh button, and this is my dynamic action, right? These are my dynamic action. This is button, refresh button. Now if you see here refresh on click, I have enabled instead of immediate. Immediate means click, it will happen. So let's say for example I will click refresh button 10 times, it will just refresh, something like that, So ideally you want to put some delays as well. Then it shouldn't happen, because maybe it is fetching from, or it is connected to Google Maps or some other service where you have to pay. So why you have to click this much time, So immediate means it will immediately execute. But here you have debounce and throttle, right? So if you see here, now you have this time. You can read on the left side, it has details what is the use of each debounce or throttle, and they have different examples over there. So in the milliseconds, let's say for example, if I put 1000 milliseconds, these are in milliseconds, that means 1 second. So here we have this immediate action as well, which you can think. So another thing is, let's say for example if you clicked 3 or 5 times, so it will not work. So even if let's say for example you are giving here, I'm just giving because 1 second it will just happen. Here you are giving 5 seconds. So within 5 seconds it will only click or refresh once after 5 seconds. So this is how you can have these throttle and these properties, I would say. And now if you see here, there is another thing that in the true condition or false condition, now you can name it as well, which was not there. See here. So by default, it is giving the refresh, which is this. Now I will say my refresh, right? So if you see here, I got the name, right? Not only just true or that property. So if I will click another true, I can name it my second refresh. I'm just giving example. It's not. So let's say, for example, I'm saying it is button get location or refresh or something like that. Yeah. So now we have these names as well, or titles of the true conditions. Even same it will be for the false, right? So you can have, it's optional, but you can have that, right? So let me remove them. This we will keep it. So this is how you can put this debouncing, debounce and throttle. Okay, so this is how it was. So if I will refresh it, now let me make it immediate. Let me show you. So here I will make it immediate, and if you see here, refresh. So now immediately it is happening, right? Refresh, 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 refresh. No, it shouldn't be like that. So here this was a new feature, and then map. In the map, the Oracle has introduced a vector layer. So if you see here, this is now a vector layered map, and if you see, I have added few layers on the bottom left, if you can see. This is based on a table. So let's say, for example, if I just I don't need this fall right, so I don't need it. I will say I don't need this even. I just need, for example, this area, right, and this city as well. So this is how you can have this features, right? Another thing is, because in vector it's improved, it is in more detail, it has more clarity. Okay, another thing is, I want see the scroll options are there, zooming options with the mouse. So if I enabled all, I'm just removing these others. So this is my all. This is just I took random data, it's nothing. So let's say, for example, I need a distance from this to this point, right? I will click this distance tool. I will click here, and then I will click here, right? And on the left side, total distance is this number of kilometers, right? This is how you can use this. Okay, now another feature is to draw a circle, right? You can draw a circle like this, right? Then this is the feature is to get the current location, right? So if I will click here, it will go to the current location. So that means I'm recording this on my desktop, right? This is not my cell phone. So, and there's no GPS enabled, things like that. So it is taking, I believe, browser, from the browser, the location of my on the map, right? So if I'll say current location, it will move like this, right? Okay, and then you can zoom like this. If I want to clear this circle, it will just go like this, and then you have these different options: rectangle, zoom. I think it should be like this. I don't know how it will work. Somewhere it is doing. Maybe let me go to close. Okay, this is giving me the current location, which I will disable it. I don't know, it's enabling or disabling. I think it shouldn't work. Okay. What I was saying, this should show me something here. Okay, it went to that. Okay, then we have the zoom functions. Then we have, I don't know what is the use of this. Maybe I need to go close. Reset bearing to north. Okay, it is resetting towards north. No problem. Now this is one on the Google Map. So let me show you where you can enable, disable these vector. So if you see here, I have multiple layers added over here. So if you take my map, I have this table, but in my second layer I put some conditions over here, and the third I have this different condition, but it's the same table. So I can display data on multiple layers. On the main region part, I have selected the map. That's it, nothing else over here. If you can go to the attributes, here I have disabled enabled certain things. So you can have the height in the pixel, zoom and compass should be there, and navigation bar position where it should be. And then I have enabled all these options to show over there. Get position from the browser. This is what I was telling you. Yeah? So it is taking the current position as well. Show the legends. Other options are there, whatever you can see over here. Lazy loading is there. Okay, now another thing, let's say vector based, which is actually the new feature, where to enable it. So for that we need to go to shared components, and then you have to go to component settings, and in this you have to go to map, and here you can enable it, right? So now you can enable it in the 22.2. If you are using old version, maybe you will not have this option. Okay, this is how you can have improved maps over here. Then another feature which is really attractive, I would say. Let me select over here this one. So I just want to show only this area. Get location. So this is you can easily use, or it is very attractive on your mobile phones, where you can get these data over here. I don't know why it is not giving me this value. It should give me the value, latitude and longitude over here. Let's wait for it, or maybe I can refresh. See, maybe that other map was used, so it was creating problems. So this is how you can get even on desktop your current locations, because sometimes this current location is very important for different usage of maps. And now on mobile or cell phones you can have good utilization of the current location, right? Okay, another thing is landmark. So now even Oracle Apex team has provided you different landmarks, so where you can have different parts of your Apex page or screen, that you can have certain things in that location, right? So let me show you this landmarks settings. Landmark, let's say this is my region, right? And if you see here, I have enabled landmark, right? So in landmark I got these options. Landmark type, okay, what is the type, right? So I've just selected, let's say, banner, or you can have complimentary or content info, things like that, you know. So this is how, and on the left side you get all these details about it. And if we go to layout, see, this is how landmark is. So if I just go above, see, this is how now Oracle is giving you landmarks, so it will be adjusted accordingly, right? And this is your landmark label, right? So otherwise, if you want to disable another sub-region I have created over here, and I put it there, landmark sub-region. See here, position is a sub-region. The parent region is a landmark, and here I have enabled the landmark complementary. Okay, so you can go to the help and you can read about these complementary landmark supporting section, this, etc. Right? So this is the landmark feature. It's I will say more easy to manage your contents or objects, locations, or either presence on the screen. Okay, get this. We have covered this one as well. This one as well. Okay, now shared. This sharing is, let's say, if you want to share your contents or your link or something like that on different social media, you can have this share. So how to use this? Let me have a quick edit and I will click this share region. Here I have this button share, but I have this dynamic action called share, right? It's a static, immediate. Even you can have this debounce throttle. So to avoid multiple or multi sharing, I believe. Share. So let's say, for example, here I am just sharing this URL. You can have dynamic contents from your application. Excuse me. Event is share. Refresh on, click, get. And there are, you can further explore it by going to help. So this is the share option, right, where you can have this share. Another feature is on the right side. If you see here, this is Marquee feature. Marquee or Marquee, whatever you, the way you pronounce it as per your pronunciation. And this is Marquee feature, page Marquee. So I would show you how to, or where to, from where to enable it, right? So I will just go to my page. This is home page because I'm doing everything on my home page. So this is my home page, and here I can enable page template Marquee, right? So if I don't want this, right, I will say theme default, then it will be, this side will not be there, that right side small region or portion or whatever. And this is called right side column. So if you have to keep some contents over, you have to assign. See, if you see here, let's say, for example, this is my region where I've named it as well. So see, the position is right side column. Yeah. So if you have to display something on that side, you have to select here the position right side. There is no Marquee or Marquee over here. It is the property at page level, but here you can do that one, right? This is the Marquee feature. Okay, another feature or new feature is this date picker. So in this date picker, now you got the today function, right? So if you will select today, it is giving you this 23rd, and then you can select the time or whatever and done, right? This is how you can have this today feature. So let me show you this. What are the properties over here? Quick edit, and I will go to this, right? Date picker. We'll go to the date picker. This is our date picker. So this is show time. I'm just disabling it at the moment because then you will know how today function is using it, or we can use it. So this is the use default. I have disabled it. If you will enable it, then these features or selections or properties will not be there. But I'm doing this now. So show week, yes. Paginate by multiple months. So if you have multi months over here, it will paginate as well. Show today button, show clear button. I haven't seen this clear button. I don't know where Oracle has shown it, but let me show you. There is a done button, but clear I haven't seen. Maybe I missed something, right? So if I click here, now time is not there, and now if I will click today, see, I have selected 27th, right? Now it's 27th. I will select 20 today, so it will automatically take 23rd, right? This is how the today function works. So if you see here, I haven't seen here this clear function. Maybe I don't know how it is. It is not there. Okay, now if I see multi months, I wanted to show this pagination. Okay, and this is how it is. See, now we have weeks as well, number of week number I would say, and then this one is there, and see, close is not there. Even close is not there because maybe we disabled the time. Okay, let's see. See, clear button I haven't seen. Days outside month. Right? Now done button is there because now we have the time as well. So if I select 29, ideally today is 23rd. So if I will click today, it will move to 23rd, right? It is going there, but still not selected because time I'm not sure I have selected or not selected. So if I say this, done, right? So here I have to enable the time format mask as well, so it will show, right? I have shown this share, I have shown this one, and just one more thing in this time. if you see here, days outside month. Days outside month means, just for understanding, so if you see here, this is October, but it is still showing the next month days as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 5, yeah, and the previous month as well. Now let me disable it, hidden, right, and then show on. See here, the item focus, there are different nice properties you can explore. So if you see here, now other months days are not there, yeah. So this is how you can play with your date picker. Okay, let me see. Okay, there is another thing called metatags, right? Metatag is this you can have. Let me take you to the page. First thing is, it should be your this is a page normal. I wanted to show you something. It should be your, you call it, just a moment, I want to see one property. If I click here, page, and then this is a global page, and this one is my tag, meta tag, public page. That is I believe called public page, if I'm not wrong. This is my title, appearance normal. Just checking, where was that property? Yeah, authentication is public, page is public, right? This is the public page, right? So it should be on public page. So here you can define your meta tags, right? You can have dynamic as well. You can link from a table, or it has different options. You can use those options. It has the conditions. So after header components, body, you can have in the body you can select more items over here. So this is where you can have this meta tags which were not there before for this Oracle Apex, right? So the page is public, right? So on public page you can enable, which is normally in front of your application, which is publicly shared, right? So this was meta tags where you can define them. Then there is another feature added, that is application search or page search, whatever you can call it. So if I will say the page, I have this page and body, and this region is search. See here, the type is search, right? In the search, then I have assigned this, see, search sources. So search source is my search configuration. Now I will show you where I did this search configuration and what is there. Here nothing else is there, but let me show you the functionality of it. So here you have, let's say for example, these are, I think, countries I have just added over there, right? So let's say if I say United, so it is showing me different contents from the table. This is my countries table. I'm just linked to this just to show you. Okay, so let me take you to where I have enabled this search configuration, right? You have to go to shared components, right? And here you will see the search under navigation and search. It is search configuration, and here I just created one, and I link to this table, right? And the good thing is you have multiple options to have search type. This is standard, I used it, and you can use list as well as Oracle text. For Oracle text, you have to create text index on your table, right? So this is where you can create your search, and you can use it on your page and application, right? Shared components. This one, sorry, search, right? While I showed you from the component settings, you can enable or disable this vector type maps, Google Maps, and let me see if, okay, this was my countryside. This is just an application I created from the tables with the default, I would say, wizard, where you can have certain selection over here. So just see here, right? So this was nothing. Okay, countries report, if I can show you this as well. So just countries report, and page search meta tag administration is the default again, right? This is there. Okay, another thing, this if you see here on the top, install app, this is for mobile apps installation as a shortcut. So if this is there, that means your browser or your device, it is supporting it, right? So this is the new feature, or it has some advancement in the PWA that let me show you the PWA side as well. Progressive web applications, you can access it from here, or you can go to application properties, right? This is the user interface. I will show you there as well. So both options are there. If I go to edit application definitions, in this I have this progressive web apps, right? So here, this is enabled, this is installable, right? And then display, all these different features are there. I think they have now given some image, see, no screenshots, all these you can add over there in your PWA, right? They have added few enhancements in this, right? Theme selector, background color, I think they have some page settings like that, right? So if session is not available, if you are not able to connect, then it should show that in front of you on your cell phone. So this is your PWA. These are different images, icon images. Now it is showing. This is also, I believe, new feature. And user to Chrome. This, I think there is nothing over here much, if I'm not wrong. Okay. At the same time, they have also enhanced the theme as well, which you can further notice. And icons, I believe, also updated. Sorry. Another thing which I really liked, or it can be good thing. Let's say, for example, if you want to consume web services, you don't need to now write a code or things like that. So let's say, for example, let me show you something over here, just a blank page, right? API test, right? I will not cover technically in more detail, but I just want to show you how Oracle has improved in this 20.2. So now if you will create a process, and here you will select Invoke API, right? And you will give this function and procedures, right? So here you will give the function name or whatever you can call it. So now you don't need to do all that coding sort of things. So here you will select that editable region, right? This is now straightforward. So you can have your get or set or whatever is there from here without coding it. Okay. This is Invoke API. So this is also a good feature. I really liked it. Another thing they did, they have given some more enhancements in the task functions. If I'll go you, that is good for your workflow building, these task definitions. And this, they have some more features here as well. So let me test something like that. I just want to create it. So here you can develop your workflows. So let's say, for example, now they have added this deadline, right? When this, if there is any deadline or something like that. So this is where enhancements are done. I think mostly I have covered it. Let me have something here in the gallery. In the gallery, I think, if I'm not wrong, the smart charts, I believe they have really updated them. So I think it is already installed. Let me have a look to this one, right? So if I see, let me check any, I don't know, bar or something like that. These are also updated. I just wanted to show these charts as well, that this level of charts you can have in your application. Combination charts, this one. And another thing, maybe you have noticed it, objective is, see these tabs which I used here in my application as well. So this one, how we created this one. These are not separate things over here. So this is where you can have this. Let me show you this because it will add value to your knowledge or expertise. So sorry, I will, no page. I have created one region selector. This is my region selector region. It's a region actually. So if you see here, the type is region display selector. Then if you see here, bottom I have selected the template as a button container, right? So it will be only, there will be no title and things like that. So this is, I have created the region selector and kept it on top. And then if you come down on the regions, if you have enabled this region display selector here, then it will come like this. So let's say, for example, if this landmark I don't want to be here, see here the selection, all regions, only landmark region or only current location, right? So if I don't want this, let's say for example landmark, I will come here and I will go to the landmark region, come down and region display selector. Sometimes we don't know what is this region display selector property. So this is the exact usage of it. So now if I will run it, if you see here, this landmark will not be there, but it became, without selecting all, it is still showing, right? So it became out of this select region context, right? So it is still showing, but I haven't selected all, right? So every time it will show, even if I will select any option. See, it is showing this landmark region. So this is the purpose of this region selector. I believe these are the main critical or main features which you can further have a look. This dashboard is not a new feature. It is just created with the application. So I'm just keeping it over here on the top. And I moved this menu on the top so it can nicely display on my mobile phones. So what I will do under the video for this application, I will be sharing the link of this application so you can browse it on your mobile phones, just to have a look how it will look on your cell phones as a Android or iOS. I haven't tested on iOS, but on Android it will be nice to have. So landmark, I'm just taking this, let me remove it, this landmark region. I don't want it because nothing is there on that. So if you see here now, this application you can use on this. I will share this link and credentials. So then you can try that, right? I think we have covered a lot for this. And if you still want any further details on Oracle Apex or any features, by the way, next video I'm going to focus in Oracle Apex and Oracle EBS integration, because this is really a demanding feature or integration. I think its video is quite long now. Thank you very much for your time and cooperation. Jazakallah khair and Allah Hafiz. Thank you.